Last Tuesday, I found myself standing in a Tesco, staring at a regular bottle of non-alcoholic beer. Now, that alone is not the most exciting way to spend your day. But as I looked at it, I started wondering, who buys this stuff? And why? Then, out of nowhere, a completely random thought popped into my head: have Tom Holland and Zendaya secretly gotten married? And once that idea hit, I couldn't let it go. Because if there's anyone in Hollywood who could make a perfect plan look like it's about to explode in seconds, it's Tom Holland and Zendaya. These two are talented, likable, and completely charming people who rose from Marvel superheroes to real cultural icons. But somehow, even the best plan can collapse, especially when you accidentally say too much at an awards show. Imagine this: 2 years of planning, keeping secrets, dodging questions, and carefully managing your public image, all undone in the blink of an eye. From the Golden Globes engagement announcement to the moment stylist Law Roach casually said, "The wedding already happened." You missed it, the world was left stunned. But let's rewind a bit, because it all started long before that fateful red carpet moment. When rumors first linked Tom and Zendaya around 2017, during the press tour for Spider-Man: Homecoming, the world collectively thought, this won't last. He'll accidentally reveal it any second now. Tom, who is soft-spoken and genuinely kind, didn't exactly have the strongest poker face. Fans watched him dodge questions about his love life like a man carrying water in his hands. You could see him trying, but the results were, well, predictable. At that time, both Tom and Zendaya denied the rumors. Their reps denied them. Every interview used the word friends like a magic spell, repeated so many times it almost lost meaning. And yet, despite all these denials, people didn't stop wondering. From 2017 to 2021, the couple became masters of strategic silence. They called themselves friends, just two friends. Friends who happened to be stunning, talented, and incredibly charismatic together. That's it. Nothing more. Don't ask questions. But of course, the internet ignored that rule. Fan accounts multiplied, timeline videos were compiled, and grainy photos of two people standing close together were analyzed as if they were secret documents. Every time Tom answered a question about Zendaya, he did so warmly, complimenting her while dodging any direct answer. Zendaya handled it gracefully, but Tom? He looked like a man trying to defuse a bomb he accidentally built himself. Predictably, every evasive answer fueled more speculation. Fans clipped short videos of "we're just friends" and set them to dramatic music, insisting they can't hide it. Then came July 2021. Not a scandal, not a crisis, just a normal Tuesday in Los Angeles. But a photographer with a very long lens captured something the world couldn't ignore: Tom and Zendaya kissing in a car. In broad daylight. In traffic. The act itself was normal, any couple in love might do the same, but it was the 4 years of careful denial that made this so juicy. Suddenly, every fan, every media outlet, every rumor seemed justified. From mid-2024 to early 2025, the couple did everything perfectly. Tennis dates, quiet nights out, Zendaya attending Tom's Romeo and Juliet press night, all while holding hands discreetly. Tom even launched his non-alcoholic beer brand, Barrow, and yes, I was in Tesco staring at it. It felt like I was standing at the intersection of celebrity and everyday life. Then came January 2025. Public engagement. At the Golden Globes. An event that's literally photographed from every possible angle. This was baffling. These were two people who had spent years keeping their relationship private, and suddenly they announced an engagement in front of thousands of cameras. The internet went wild. And if that wasn't enough, fans noticed something strange: Zendaya often wore a gold band in public photos. Sometimes with her engagement ring, sometimes alone. Questions naturally followed: was it real? Was it a prop? Was it part of a photo shoot? Fans zoomed in on every image, compared flights, press events, and Instagram posts. Every tiny detail was analyzed. And it didn't stop there. Tom's brother Sam posted a formal photo from what looked like a wedding reception with the caption, "Survived wedding season in style." Fans immediately asked if it was Tom's wedding. Sam stayed silent. He still has. And honestly, that level of calm in the face of chaos is remarkable. By this point, the couple had managed to remain publicly composed while the internet spiraled out of control. Every rumor, every photo, every post from the past 14 months was dissected for hidden meanings. People were trying to catch even the slightest hint of confirmation. And yet, Tom and Zendaya stayed silent. Until March 1, 2026. The moment that changed everything happened on the red carpet at the Actor Awards. Law Roach, Zendaya's stylist since the early 2010s, casually told a reporter, "The wedding has already happened. You missed it." 2 words, spoken with a slight laugh, ended 2 years of secrecy in seconds. He added, "In case there was any ambiguity, it's very true." The internet exploded. Zendaya's co-star, Liza Colonnas, reposted the news with a heart emoji. Fans were in shock. Tom and Zendaya didn't confirm or deny anything. They didn't need to. They maintained the same calm, unbothered demeanor they always had. Meanwhile, Law Roach became an overnight legend, praised as the chaos agent who finally revealed the truth. Public opinion shifted. Fans weren't upset, they adored Tom and Zendaya, but they realized the couple would never reveal anything on their own. Every speculation became fact once Law said it aloud. So, after Law Roach casually told the world, the wedding already happened. You missed it, life didn't suddenly become chaotic for Tom Holland and Zendaya. Surprisingly, it stayed mostly normal. At least, as normal as life can be when you're 2 of the most famous actors in the world. For years, they had built a tiny corner of privacy that they fiercely protected. Despite endless speculation, paparazzi, fan accounts, and gossip columns, they had managed to keep the real story hidden. And somehow, even after the secret was out, they didn't panic. They didn't rush to social media to explain themselves. They didn't release a public statement with flashy pictures or videos. They simply carried on, quietly living their lives together, hand in hand. Think about that for a moment. In Hollywood, privacy is like a rare treasure. Most celebrities find it almost impossible to protect. But Tom and Zendaya managed to carve out a small, stubborn corner of it. They didn't need to show the world every moment, they just let it happen naturally. And somehow, that made the story even more magical for fans. The secret wedding became a legend, a reminder that sometimes, even in the spotlight, people can keep the things that matter most to them truly private. Of course, the internet didn't exactly take it calmly. Fans went back through years of photos, videos, and interviews looking for hints they might have missed. Every Instagram story, every red carpet photo, and even the most random candid shots were dissected. People zoomed in on Zendaya's gold band, reanalyzed Robert Pattinson's photo shoot with her, and even revisited Sam Holland's cryptic Instagram posts. It was like a treasure hunt, but the treasure had already been quietly claimed by the couple themselves. Meanwhile, Tom and Zendaya continued their careers, always working together when possible, always supporting one another in public appearances, but never revealing more than necessary. Interviews became tricky for journalists because no matter how many questions they asked, the answers stayed polite, warm, and evasive in exactly the right way. The couple had mastered a special form of communication, smiling at each other, sharing tiny gestures of affection, but leaving words to the imagination. And the media had no choice but to respect, or at least accept, it. Interestingly, this quiet confidence seemed to make fans love them even more. People admired their talent, their humility, and their ability to live a life on their own terms. In a world obsessed with social media oversharing, Tom and Zendaya were like a breath of fresh air. They didn't need constant validation, they didn't need likes and comments to feel secure, and they didn't let anyone else control their narrative. Their story wasn't just about celebrity romance, it was about boundaries, respect, and trust. The couple's movie projects also added layers to the story. Spider-Man: Brand New Day was due for release, and fans eagerly anticipated interviews, red carpets, and promotional events. Yet even in these high-pressure moments, the two of them maintained composure. They smiled at each other, joked quietly, and let their work speak for itself. They proved that you can be in the public eye and still have private moments that are completely yours. La Roche, of course, remained a legend. In just 30 seconds, he had undone 2 years of secrecy and made headlines worldwide. But he wasn't seen as a villain. Rather, people celebrated him as the ultimate chaos agent, the person who reminded everyone that sometimes, even in Hollywood, the truth finds a way to slip out in the most unexpected ways. Fans couldn't help but laugh, cheer, and marvel at how perfectly timed the revelation was.